Getting our first look at documents that give us a better idea of what happened before the disappearance of two kids with Arizona ties, specifically 7-year-old JJ Tylee.
This is a convoluted story, but it is connected to Arizona, and we've just uncovered where the little guy went to school and why police were served a search warrant there just 2 months ago. Fox 10's Justin Lum is live with exclusive details.
John Kerry, from the start of 2019 up until now, we know Lori Vallow's tracks span multiple states. But once she moved from Chandler to Rexburg, Idaho, well, that's when she sent this email regarding her son. Lori said JJ wasn't coming back to Life Academy. And an official there tells me the mother lied about the death of her late husband, Charles. 2 yellow ribbons in honor of 2 missing kids making international headlines. 7-year-old JJ Tylee received special services for his autism here at Lawrence Institute for Education in Gilbert. JJ last attended Life Academy on August 30th, 2019. A high-ranking official tells Fox 10 on September 5th, Lori Tylee withdrew her son from school via phone and email. Lori said she got a job promotion in California. Her email reads in part, "Our lives have changed drastically since my husband passed away last month. But Charles Tylee actually died 2 months before she took JJ out of the academy." Chandler police say Lori's brother Alex Cox shot Charles in the chest after a fight. But according to the school staff, Lori told them her husband killed himself. 5 months before that, Charles voiced his concerns to the school in February. He brought up an order of protection he filed against Lori. The initial petition claims she called herself a god and accused Charles of being a man named Nick Schneider, threatening to murder him if he got in her way. Charles's lawyers could never locate Lori to serve the order. Even her oldest son, Colby, had no idea where she was this time last year.
All that stuff happened, I think, within a week. So I don't know exactly the timeline on that, but I know that she left.
By March 7th, Charles pulled JJ from school and moved to Houston. But a few months later, the Tylee family reconciled and moved to Chandler. The parents enrolled JJ back at Life Academy. Fox 10 also obtained a Chandler police search warrant to recover all JJ's records at Life Academy, served on December 6th. This document says there's probable cause to believe property is linked to a conspiracy to commit first-degree homicide on July 11th. Chandler police couldn't comment further, but says the case remains open. And Life Academy released this statement. It reads in part, "Our hearts continue to ache during this time. We all want to know where JJ is and know that he's safe. JJ is a beautiful boy who has a smile that goes on for days. His joy of life was contagious. He started with us as a very quiet child and soon blossomed into a child who loved coming to class, loved being with his friends, and loved to talk about his family." Life Academy also tells me Lori never followed former process to withdraw JJ, and the school never got a records request from his next school, Kennedy Elementary in Rexburg, Idaho, which staff says isn't.
The twist we're going to tell you about involves Lori's brother and her niece's husband. Morgan Lowe investigates.
Fire department, what is the address of the emergency?
Alex Cox told police he shot his brother-in-law, a man named Charles Tylee, in self-defense.
I got in a fight with my brother-in-law and I shot him in self-defense.
That was back in July. But by December, Alex himself would be dead under mysterious circumstances.
How far are you?
We're pulling up out front right now, so they're grabbing their equipment and they're coming in.
What happened between July and December is at the heart of at least 5 police investigations and an FBI probe into 2 untimely deaths, a drive-by shooting, and 2 missing children. Here's what we know. Between September and October, Alex Cox alternated between Gilbert and Rexburg, Idaho. His sister, Lori Tylee, the wife of the man Alex shot and killed, had moved to Idaho with her 2 children, JJ and Tylee. The children haven't been seen since September. Lori remarried a man named Chad Daybell, and his wife Tammy had also just died in her sleep. Surveillance video of a Rexburg self-storage facility captures Alex Cox pulling up in his pickup truck and taking things out of the unit. He's on video several times in October, sometimes alone, sometimes with his sister Lori. At the end of October, Alex was seen back in Gilbert, clearing out his niece Melanie's rental home. A private eye took these pictures of the U-Haul van.
911, where's your emergency?
Someone just shot my window.
2 days later, Melanie's ex-husband Brandon called 911 and said someone fired a shot at him. Court paperwork shows Brandon and Melanie were battling over child custody issues. Brandon recognized the shooter's Jeep and said he thought he saw Alex Cox behind the wheel.
You have Alex, who killed his sister's husband and now is accused or suspected in the attempted murder of his niece's husband.
Correct.
Family hitman.
Yeah, and previously had assaulted his
sister's
first husband.
Or
yes,
second husband,
yeah.
Rich Robertson is the private investigator hired to track down Alex and figure out what happened to JJ and Tylee. He says that more than 10 years ago, Alex Cox attacked his sister's previous husband and was convicted of aggravated assault.
What did Alex Cox have to say about this?
Well, at that point, the police were looking for Alex Cox, too. But when he finally, in mid-December, he was back here in Phoenix, back here in Gilbert, and he was found dead.
On December 12th, Alex Cox was found unresponsive in a Gilbert home. Police say the cause of death remains under investigation, but this is one less person who can shed light on what